week on Bake Off this week, and today I'm going to be making a cherry pie. I'm sure my helper Annie will be coming at some stage, but she's just having a little sleep. So we're going to get started. Okay, so in the bowl of my freestanding mixer, I've got 450 grams of plain flour, which I'm going to add 220 grams of butter to, which has got to be cold and cubed. You can also use a handheld electric mixer as well and use the paddle attachment on your freestanding mixer. So I'm just adding the butter to the flour and we're going to mix that through until there are no lumps of butter left. If I just tip that up so you can see, there's no lumps of butter remaining there. So next I'm going to add 160 grams of caster sugar. And we're going to mix that till it's just mixed through. And that is all it needs. So we just tip that out. And then we're going to bring it together properly with our hands. Like this. Okay. So that we've got a ball of dough. Okay, make a ball, just flatten it slightly, out like that, and then wrap it in cling film. And we're going to place it in the fridge for about 40 minutes to chill and rest. And here she is, back by popular demand, Annie May! She's had her 15-minute power snooze, haven't you? Oh, haven't you got to smile? Shall we take this dum-dum out? Can I have it? Can I have it? Oh, there we are. His dear face smile. Nope. What are you making, Mum? Making cherry pie. I'm making cherry pie. We're just waiting for the pastry to chill. We are. And I bet, whilst it does that, it's somebody's milk time. Isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? We're going to have a quick break from the baking and do a Mummy Annie multitask, aren't we, Annie? Yeah, they called you Poppy. I did. We're going to do Annie Mummy multitask. We're going to empty the washer and peg out the washing. Let's go. No, we're not pegging out the washing. The weather has other ideas. We're putting it in the dryer. Aren't we, Annie? Annie's had her milk. And she's helping with the baking. She's got her eggs. The washing is in the dryer, thanks to the rain. And now we're going to roll out some pastry. Okay. So, we've refloured the surface. I'm going to unwrap this. And he's playing with her eggs. Yes. Shall we take them out of the box? Shall we take them out of the box so the box doesn't crash on the floor? Okay. Yes. We're going to roll this out to about 5 mil. Half a centimetre. A quarter of an inch, if you will. Yeah. The eggs are making Annie sing. Aren't they, Annie? Yeah. And he's busy with the eggs. How are we doing? Yeah. Okay. Does that look good? I'd say that's about 5 mil. Now all we've got to do is get it into there. Pardon? Yes. And we need to press it into the corners like so. Pressing it in. Can you see what I'm doing? Here we are. I can see you and the pie now, Annie. Pressing it in so that we've got all the corners covered. And then we need a sharp knife so we can trim the edge like this. Are we off? I think we are. Just smooth that down. Not got many eggs left, Annie. There we have her pie. And then all the offcuts we're going to gather back up and make back into a ball. We're going to rewrap it and put it in the fridge because that's going to be our lid. Okay, in this jug we've got another large egg which I'm just going to beat with a fork, and we're going to paste this inside the pie, which will create a barrier between the pastry and the filling. And it'll prevent the bottom of the pie becoming soggy. No soggy bottoms. We don't want a soggy bottom, do we, Annie? No, we don't. I think that's well covered. Okay, and that's going to go in the fridge to rest along with the pastry lid. Okay, so while the base is chilling, we're going to make the filling. I'm a poet and I don't know it. So, we need for this recipe 700 grams of pitted cherries. They can be fresh, tinned or frozen. At this time of year you can't get fresh, so I've got frozen, which I've thawed overnight. The juice that was left I've poured into a jug, and we need 200 ml of liquid. If there's not quite enough juice, with tinned you'd perhaps have more juice, but if there's not quite enough, just add a little bit of water. So we need to pour that into a pan, and to that we're going to add some caster sugar, 150 grams of caster sugar, 30 grams of corn flour and half a teaspoon of vanilla. That's the vanilla. And we're going to whisk that, making sure that there is no lumps of corn flour left. I'm not going to lie, I've just had the biggest kitchen disaster you could imagine. That cherry mixture that I've just put together, you know, the cherries and the sugar, and the sweet stickiness. This camera on its tripod has just fallen into my pan, knocked the pan over. The pan's gone all down the side of the cooker, up the tiles, all over the Perfect Prep baby machine. Yeah, in all its sticky gloriness. And all over the camera as well. Whilst Annie very unimpressed and crying. So I've just mopped it all down. I've realised I've now not got enough sugar for the recipe because I've had to scrap the mixture. So I'm going to get hold of another bag of sugar and start the filling again. And we'll see how we go. Okay. Meanwhile, the screaming baby has stopped. Okay, I've cleared up after the disaster. I've repeated the mixture. Annie's watching in a high chair. And now I need to whisk this continuously for about 3 minutes until it starts to thicken. Do you ever have one of those days where everything's going wrong? Today's one of them days. I should have known it was going to be a good day when I got a message this morning to say that my parcel was going to be delivered between 9:24 and 10:24. School run time. 5 minutes of that slot I would be missing. What time did it come? 5 minutes past 9. The good luck's going to keep on coming. When does the camera battery go? When you're making the time sensitive syrupy sugar. That's when. Anyway, you need to do that till it's thickened, which it did pretty quickly, and then add the cherries to it, which I've done here. Look at that. That's delicious. And then we're going to spoon that into the pie, which has been chilling for way longer than 20 minutes after all the disasters. So we're going to spoon it into the prepared crust. Here we go. Looking like it should. Thank goodness. Smells good. Okay. Spread that around. And we'll have something that looks like this. So, next we need to make the lid. Right, again with this, we're rolling it to 5 ml. How hard my pastry is because it's been in the fridge that long because of all the disaster. Might just make it easier to roll though, so never mind. Never mind, Daddy May. One thing, I'll never forget making this cherry pie. No. The day of the cherry pie disaster. Okay, that looks a good size. So, we're going to brush the edges of the pastry with egg, like so, so that we can stick the lid onto the top. Okay, there we are. And then we're going to carefully lift this onto the top, like so. And again, I'm going to trim the excess off, like so. I remember Mama, when I was little, all her pastry, she used to have loads of starlings in the garden, and she used to chuck it on the grass for the starlings to eat. She used to call them the gollopers. And then what we're doing, we're just pinching, yes we are, pinching the crust together all the way round. Okay. I'm just going to go around the edge with my fork to make it look a bit prettier. And there we've got our pie with its crimped edges, and we're going to get the egg again and brush the top of the pie. Brush the top of the pie. Next week I'll have another helper on baking day because it's half term. So we'll have Poppy to help us, Annie, won't we? We shall. Okay, so that's all brushed. And we're going to put 3 slits in here. 2, 3. So that the air can escape when it's baking. And just to finish off, I'm going to sprinkle the top with a bit of caster sugar. And get a spoon so I can do it. Ready? Okay. And now we're going to stick that back into the fridge for 30 minutes to rest. And meanwhile, we're going to heat the oven to gas mark 3. Okay, the pie has been chilling and setting for half an hour, and now we're going to pop it into the oven on gas mark 3 for about an hour. There we go. And after an hour, the pie is finished. Hooray! I'm now going to leave this to cool before placing it in the fridge to cool and set completely, and then we need to take it out of the fridge and bring it back to room temperature before serving, and we'll all have a slice after dinner tonight and see what it's like.
How's Prue?
Good.
Good. How's the grump?
Mummy's voted herself out this week.
Is Mummy hoping she gets sent home? You're already at home. Are we cutting the pie?
We are. Oh, it's crisp.
Oh.
Right, who's having the first piece?
Wow,
I think Prue's going to have the first piece. What's the matter, Annie?
wow, wow,
Wow, wow, wow.
wow.
Oh, she is having the first
That's
piece.
pastry, Prue.
How much do you want, Paul? Might be easy to get a bigger piece out.
Yeah, go on then.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a generous piece.
Very generous. I'm a grown man.
We're gonna use this bit to eat, Anna.
Yeah. Whoa, look at that.
Wait a minute, Poppy.
Look at that.
Oh, hooray.
You're going to try a bit then, Prue?
Yeah.
How's the pie?
I did one.
It's a hit! Are you going to try a bit, Mummy?
I'm going to try a bit.
I think Annie wants a bit too.
Daddy, try a bit.
I will do in a second. Is it good, Mummy?
It's lovely.
It's lovely. I'll try a bit.
You've already had a bit.
I'm just trying another bit.
Pie good.
Pie good.
Good pie. You're going to say bye then, Prue?
Yeah.
Go on then.
Thanks for watching.